Askreddit asks, breaking news: Orlando nightclub mass shooting.
Fuck the mods at News.
What did they do? I'm so proud of Askreddit for being willing to do what News has failed to do.
Don't forget to unsubscribe, folks. Thank you, Askreddit, for picking up where News has failed. There really needs to be something about this on the front page. Edit. Here's the live feed, URL redacted, and a petition to replace the mods at News, URL redacted.
Seriously, I first saw this on Facebook after being on Reddit for 30 minutes. That's never happened before.
No joke.
I live 500 meters from the concert hall called Bataclan, in Paris. So I kind of been there. Lost friends. Got friends badly hurt. I have nothing smart to say. This is absolute horror. I stand with you from Paris as you guys were with us when we got hurt. Fuck those murderers. Love will prevail. Damn, this is so sad. Sorry for not making sense.
You made perfect sense. Thank you.
URL redacted, sad. All those ringing phones.
Reminds me of the story of the firemen's buzzers going off after the towers fell.
This is something I had never even considered, and it gives me chills to think about it.
Please spread these around. I made these posters, infographics, for non-medical personnel. These instruct you how to stop gunshot and stabbing bleeding before EMS and first responders arrive. With mass shootings like this, time is of the essence, and sometimes patients bleed out, waiting for the scene to clear or to be found. English equals, URL redacted, Spanish equals, URL redacted, Russian equals, URL redacted, naked equals, URL redacted. Do not let this massacre divide us humans helping humans. Anytime, any place, any race. Charlie Alberinger, NREMTP. FPC, BSMs. The shooter's father has apparently said that he had become angry after seeing two guys kiss in Miami. So yeah, seems like he hates gays and this was a hate killing.
Angry about two guys kissing in Miami? You may as well get angry about the sun shining in Miami. What a fucking stupid, crazy, evil son of a bitch.
FBI seems to be indicating there were ties to terrorism as well. So it may have been a planned attack. News decided that posts for the shooting need to be locked and contents nuked. Good job. Mods over there also got muted for asking why they've censored the news. Edit. If you want to stick it to the mods there for censorship, best bet is to unsub. Edit 2. For those asking for an alternative sub, News is not really a choice as they share part of a mod team with News. Try Quality News, Uncensored News, or Uncensored News Network instead. Edit 3. Thanks for the gold, but I do not recommend any more glidings. If the admins won't do anything about the mods, there is no point giving them your hard-earned money.
News was censoring coverage.
Why? Exclamation mark. Edit. News, unsubscribed.
Is this still going on? I just visited a thread there with like 6 comments that said they were censoring it because the guy was a Muslim. I'm sure that comment will be down soon too. Where can I find out why this happened though?
News decided that posts for the shooting need to be locked and contents nuked. Good job. Mods over there also got muted for asking why they've censored the news. Edit. If you want to stick it to the mods there for censorship, best bet is to unsub. Edit 2. For those asking for an alternative sub, in the news is not really a choice as they share part of a mod team with News. Try Quality News, Uncensored News, or Uncensored News Network instead. Edit 3. Thanks for the gold, but I do not recommend any more glidings. If the admins won't do anything about the mods, there is no point giving them your hard-earned money.
I was playing Rocket League with one of my Middle Eastern friends. When I first heard of this happening, I told him what was going on and he asked if it was one of his people. His English is kinda broken. I said, yeah, it was. He was so upset he began crying and got offline. I can't imagine how frustrating this must be. Edit. We ended up losing 4-3, he left mid-game. He got back on and apologized for getting so upset. He started talking about how difficult, rather frustrating, it is to be a Muslim and of Middle Eastern descent. And how he just wants to be here and go to school like any other person.
18th time he will have done this during his presidency. Shame.
It's visible how much he has aged mentally and physically throughout his presidency. Can you imagine him being woken up at 4 o'clock this morning and what must have been going through his head? I mean, when I get woken up in the middle of the night and it's bad news, there's a limited amount of things that I think it might be. But as President of the United States, oh my God, could be anything. My best friend lives right around the corner from Pulse and spent the night hiding in her closet because she was hearing gunfire but didn't know where it was coming from or what was going on. I can't even imagine how terrifying it must have been for everyone there.
I live right down the street from the club myself. Absolutely crazy. I'm glad your friend is safe.
So I imagine that Obama will give a televised speech about this shooting sometime today. It would make sense since this shooting is now, unfortunately, historic in its death toll.
Correct. I believe he will speak at 1:30 Eastern Time.
18th time he will have done this during his presidency. Shame.
It's visible how much he has aged mentally and physically throughout his presidency.
Here comes hundreds of interviews with Trump and Clinton about what they would do. Edit. In saying this, I mean to say that the candidates will probably attempt to exploit this tragedy in an effort to make themselves look better and further their own campaign. That is not to say this isn't incredibly important to discuss. But I find it insensitive that in general politicians use a tragedy for their own personal goals.
Trump will say more people should carry. Hillary will say ban assault weapons at it. Trump won. Awesome.
It's now officially the worst shooting in US history. Opening parenthesis.
For some reason that I can't even explain. When I heard that the Orlando mayor declared a state of emergency, it really sunk in. It's terrible, but you have to give all of the rescue works police extreme credit. From the things I read, the shooter had no plans on letting anyone in the club live. It's something that just makes you feel numb and sad. Thoughts are with all the people affected by this tragedy.
When I see something I don't like, I don't get murdery.
You're mentally stable.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel, and above all, have an excellent day, you incredible people.